everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to Chatterbox. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday afternoon, guys. Hope everyone's doing blessed. Hope you're having a good time. And you're just taking it easy, guys. Away from the madness that is Manchester United. Well, we can't, can we? It's an addiction. It's a habit. We need therapy. But guys, let's get straight into it. But before I do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video. If you guys could kindly do that for me, they're fantastic. Guys, let's get straight into it. Lammens is close to agreeing a deal with Manchester United, of course, guys, which has been rumoured around over the last few days and also has been rife this morning in regards to mainstream outlets speaking about this deal. Now, it had been briefed that they didn't expect to sign a goalkeeper just a few days ago. But there has been conflicting reports. Fabrizio Romano has spoken. He said that Lammens is close to agreeing a deal with Manchester United. Now, guys, usually that means that he's going to sign for Man United. But we have had conflicting reports. There's Laurie Whitwell, the guy of doom and gloom. Laurie Whitwell saying that, he doesn't expect Man United to sign a goalkeeper this summer. What nonsense at the end of the day. I'm not going to listen to Laurie Whitwell. I think I'll listen to Fabrizio, to be honest with you. We've been speaking about Lammens, obviously, for a very long time. Before it became popular to speak about Lammens, not many people knew of him when we first mentioned him on the show 6 months ago, of course, guys. And look, it has come all the way full circle to now, guys. Full circle to now. Now, the fact that Manchester United are interested in Lammens excites me because I believe he's a very good goalkeeper, a very capable goalkeeper. I believe he's the next Courtois. He's the next Schmeichel. He's the next Petr Cech, I would say, guys. I really do. I think he's a fantastic prospect, guys. And you know what? To have him at Man United, some people are going to say that he's going to be number 2. I actually don't believe that. I think he's going to be straight and be the number 1 goalkeeper for Man United. Would be absolutely fantastic. You look at him, what is he, 6'8", something like that? Very tall, very commanding player. The kind of goalkeeper I like. The kind of goalkeeper that adds assurance to the defense, confidence to the defense, and doesn't give us any anxiety and indecisiveness, guys. Just look at his highlights. He's an absolute unit. Guys, and he is going to be a generational signing. Obviously, there were small rumours going around that Lammens might sign for Inter Milan or Lammens might sign for Manchester City. I don't think that's true. I think he's coming to Man United, and I think the terms have been agreed. I believe that. Lammens, obviously, a few weeks ago, I would even say months ago, openly said that he wouldn't mind going to Man United. He wanted to go to Man United. It would be a great move for him, and he's trying to push through the deal. So hopefully, Man United, something can happen in regards to Lammens, and hopefully we can get Lammens through the door before the close of the transfer window. I cannot stress how important it is for a new goalkeeper to come in. Having listened to Ruben Amorim's press conference, of course, it does look like Onana is surplus to requirements. The way he said Onana's fit, just like last week. And what does that? You take that with a pinch of salt. What do you say about that? I mean, obviously, very telling comments there from Ruben Amorim. And I want to go through some of Ruben Amorim's comments, of course, guys. I do want to go through them, if you don't mind. I want to read some of these comments out for you guys. So let's get straight into it, guys. Let's get straight into their comments, of course. So Ruben Amorim has said, let me just get this up. Yeah. So Ruben Amorim said, Ruben Amorim on Højlund, like a professional player, how did he react to being dropped? We need to see. Let's wait and see where the market closes, and then everything will be clearer. Guys, I'm going to speak about Rasmus Højlund in a moment, but that was one of the first questions that came up was about Rasmus Højlund. Of course, interesting news coming in regards to Rasmus Højlund, of course. He also went on to say, Ruben Amorim, it's not an idea that these guys are going to leave to play in a different club and then we'll receive another player. We don't know what is going to happen, but we're not waiting to take out someone to get another. Absolutely. And this is something that I mentioned only a few days ago in regards to Onana. Onana, look, at the end of the day, if you slander a player before a major game, it doesn't make sense. It's a bit like the Bayende situation. If you slander him before Fulham game, it doesn't make sense, does it? Because you're just going to destroy the confidence of the lad, of course. He goes on to say, Ruben Amorim asked about outgoings. You have to talk with Jason Wilcox. We have a department that is responsible for that part. I'm just focused on Sunday's game. We talk every day. We talk all about situations. Right? Yeah, guys, I think he's mentioned this a few times, how they're in constant communication with each other. Wilcox, Jim Ratcliffe, and the whole entourage there. Of course, players out. Unfortunately, not many questions were asked about what players are coming in, which I was very disappointed about, guys, if you ask me. He went on to say, Ruben Amorim, Onana is ready to play like last week. We will see in the game who is going to be the goalkeeper. Leacher is out. News is out. The rest of the guys are fit. So 2 players are injured, guys. Let me just tweet this out real quickly. 2 players are out, guys. Let's have a look at this. Let me just check this. Yep. Let me just get this up. Yeah, 2 players are out, guys. So, Noose is still injured, of course, and Leacher is still out. It'd be lovely if we can get them back, you know. Unfortunately, they're not back yet, guys. So, guys, we'll have to wait and see what happens in regards to that. Ruben Amorim said on Mainu, that part is with Jason Wilcox again. He is our player. He has a contract. I didn't hear any news about that. Now, in regards to Kobbie Mainoo, there is a lot of issues going on that I don't think he's going to sit on the bench for the whole season. This is the thing, isn't it, at the end of the day, guys? Ruben Amorim said on Mainu again, we have some issues, but we play with 2 midfielders, and sometimes it's difficult the way of playing. We and they have to understand, especially the young players, there is spaces in this season. Will Mainu wait for that? Basically, this is normal with a lot of games. Things are going to change, but he's there. He's fighting. He's training. And he is one more important option for us, guys, in regards to Kobbie Mainoo. So that was some of the questions, some of the quotes coming in, guys, from Ruben Amorim today, guys. Very interesting quotes coming there, of course. But you know what I would say in regards to this is that it's just typical press conference talk. Typical press conference talk. No real news about transfers, which is, disappointing. But there is news going on behind the scenes. Selling Lammens could be a Manchester United player, which would be absolutely brilliant. If we can manage to get him through the door, it will fix the 50% of our problems. It really would. And obviously, if we get a midfielder in there as well, it would be great. Now, in regards to Rasmus Højlund apparently looks likely to go to Napoli. Of course, a few weeks ago, AC Milan were very interested in Rasmus Højlund, but Rasmus Højlund doesn't seem to be wanting to go to AC Milan. Apparently, Rasmus Højlund does not want to go to a club that are in transition, that are a little bit similar to Man United. He would like to go to a club like Napoli, who are currently the Serie A champions. Now, look, you know what? That would be a great move for Rasmus Højlund. Go to Napoli, score a bunch of goals, great weather, great city. I know it very well. Go there, smash it, and absolutely tear the house down, Rasmus, and come back maybe. You never know. And that's what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, you could possibly come back and you could possibly do a job for Man United. It might not be over. Obviously, there could be a permanent deal in this one. It might be, guys, an obligation to buy it, of course, as well. So that we're going to have to wait and play that one by ear, guys. Absolutely. But, guys, let me just quickly go through some of your comments. Of course, I have not neglected anyone out of the show, guys. Big up everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Of course, guys. Big up everyone. Guys, Lammens, let's go. Big up, Jamie. Hope you're doing well. Media's already debunking the Lammens. The United links are pathetic. Wheeler makes me laugh. Wheeler is the anti-Man United journalist, and I would take everything that Mr. Wheeler says with a pinch of salt. Everything he would say with a pinch of salt. So you know what? If he says this, I'll believe the opposite in regards to Wheeler. Romano says it's close. Ben Jacobs says it's not close. I believe Ben Jacobs. Romano is no longer the man. Anyway, Saudi Benzema. I wouldn't say that, Yale. I've had Ben Jacobs on the show. I wouldn't say that Fabrizio Romano is out of it. He's still getting here he goes. He's still getting the exclusives. Unlike Ornstein, bigging up fakes, like Indy Kayla. Sal, I do not think Amorim wants Onana in goal for the. I mean, you can obviously tell that, isn't it? At the end of the day. Sal, if they were going to belabor why we do not buy a goalkeeper and midfield, Sal, if they were going to belabor, I do not understand that, my friend. Sorry, Romana loves engagement. Farming man said personal terms almost agreed. I believe Romano. I do believe that. I've spoken about Sandy Lammens for a long time, but let me tell you something about personal terms. Personal terms doesn't mean that the deal is done. Personal terms could be agreeing between you two. We all know about personal terms, don't we? We knew about personal terms with Mbeumo. We knew about personal terms with Baleba. We agree personal terms with them, but you can agree personal terms. Doesn't mean that they're going to leave. Doesn't mean they're going to come to Man United, because obviously the most important thing is for the clubs to agree a fee. And obviously, Sonny Lammens could go and agree terms with Man City, but he can also agree terms with Man United. He can agree terms with Inter Milan. All sorts of things he can agree terms with. It depends, isn't it? What happens with the clubs and what his final choice is, if he wants to go to Man United or wherever he wants to go. But agreeing terms and speaking to Man United, I don't think that Fabrizio Romano will be talking crap. I don't think it's like that. I don't believe Laurie Whitwell. Ben Jacobs is a good journalist. Absolutely had him on the show twice, guys. And I would say that, yeah, I would place Romano's actual opinion a bit higher, and that's what I would say. They do work in tangent, though. They do work together pretty closely. So let's wait and see. It's advancing probably. The real truth, I think the media are behind it on the Lammens stuff, are also behind this Lammens stuff. I listen to Sal over anybody. Thank you so much, Jamie. Appreciate you, mate. Look, you have to be a little bit. You'll have a little bit zealous. You have to be a little bit confident and a little bit, like positive about it. Look, Sonny Lammens has been mentioned on Stretford Post for 6 months, guys. 6 months I've been speaking about Sonny Lammens before it was popular to do so. I've known that Man United have been interested in Sonny Lammens for 6 months, right? Before anyone know. When I first mentioned Sonny Lammens on Stretford Post, people were laughing. Oh, who's that? Another unproven player. Who's this guy? This guy's a generational. This guy is 1% top goalkeepers in Europe, guys. 1%, in the top 1% of Europe. This guy is a must. We have to get this guy through the door. We have to sign him. He is going to be between the sticks for a number of years. If we manage to get this transfer through the door, he's going to be between the sticks for a number of years. You just need to look at his physique for his age. 23 years old, guys. 23 years old, guys, at the end of the day. And you look at his physique, an absolutely incredible goalkeeper, guys. Market value is only about 9 million euros. Probably Man United can pick him up for about 20. Very cheap as well. Currently playing for a club like Royal Antwerp, who Man United have a close affiliation with. Those who know, in regards to Royal Antwerp and Manchester United. We used to be partner clubs back in the 90s, of course. Likes of Luke Chadwick and players like that went there. So what I would say is that we have a good relationship with them. We have a good relationship with Royal Antwerp. Yes, there is conflicting stories. There's always going to be conflicting stories when Manchester United are concerned. Of course there is. Because at the end of the day, media don't like us. Laurie Whitwell, Manchester Evening News, doesn't like us at the end of the day. And you know what? We don't care. Let's wait and see what happens. Stephanie, Fabrizio's favourite word before go is close. His traffic light transfer system is always the same. Big up, everyone. Big up, Stephanie. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Hope everyone is blessed, of course. Jamie, I think the club talks with Royal Antwerp. That's what I believe. Yes. Big up, Jamie. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right. Look, the Man United and Sonny Lammens go back. Man United have been aware of Sonny Lammens back in 6 months ago, and also Man United are very close to Royal Antwerp. So, Jamie, what you're saying might not be wrong. It might be the truth. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what we would say is that Man United and Royal Antwerp are very close. And I would say that I wouldn't be surprised if Man United have had conversations with Royal Antwerp. There is no relationship between Man City and Royal Antwerp. There's no relationship between Inter Milan and Royal Antwerp in Belgium. There's none. And when you think about Sonny Lammens, what can Man United offer that Man City, that other teams can't offer? Permanent first team football. This is what I'm talking about. I do believe that Sonny Lammens will come into Manchester United and he will overthrow Onana. I really do believe that. The fact that Onana is being dropped right now and looks unlikely to play against Fulham, but makes me believe that Sonny Lammens will go straight into that first team, because I believe he's better than Bayindir. So let's wait and see, guys. Absolutely. Romano just put the emoji out. There you go, guys. He's just put the Romano out. I'm gonna put him on my screen. I'm gonna put Romano on my screen because I believe in Romano, of course. You know, having an Italian background and stuff, I believe them more than I believe Laurie Whitwell. You know, country bumpkin, of course. So let me just put this up here. You know, there's a lot of people. Let me tell you something about some of these journalists, guys. There's a lot of uni journalists, right, who don't really know and understand football. Let me tell you that right now. Laurie Whitwell probably is one of them. Don't really love football like we love football. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. But let's see what happens, guys. Anything can happen in this transfer market. The fact is, guys, is that we need to get things moving, of course. But the way it's worded from Fabrizio Romano, understand Manchester United still work on a deal to sign Sonny Lammens. Talks underway. Personal terms are almost agreed, and Man United are in active talks for the Belgian goalkeeper. Man United try to anticipate more clubs from France and Italy are based on exits. Absolutely. See, there you go. Now, when you think about Ruben Amorim, when you think about Fabrizio Romano, when you think about Fabrizio Romano, I don't think he's going to say something like that if he didn't believe it. I really don't. I really don't, guys. Absolutely not. But look, you never know what happens in football. We know what happens in football. Football is a funny old game, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. But let's see, and we go from there, guys. Jamie Lammens is coming United. Big up media. Look like fools. Big up my friend. Bit Alexander Park. You think we get Lammens, mate? Please do. I think we will, Alexander Park. I think we will. That's correct about Lammens, Jamie. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. I've been mentioning him before anyone knew about him. For goodness sake. I would urge people to go back to the streams when I first mentioned Lammens, and people go, who? You know what I mean? We are getting him. The media's chatting. Just ignore them and way ahead of them. Absolutely. Big up, Wheeler Speak. Big up. Let me just put this down. Big up, Jamie, by the way. Cornish. Lammens will be number 2 for a short while, but I can see him bringing in our very soon. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Cornish. I do think that Tony Lammens will be groomed into being the number 1 goalkeeper eventually. If Onana's still at the football club, he could possibly remove Onana. But my biggest feeling is that I don't think that the situation with Onana and Ruben Amorim is as sweet as people make out. I do believe that there's some kind of friction there growing. I do believe that there needs to be a quick sell in regards to Onana. I don't think Amorim likes Onana anymore. I think they've fallen out. I do believe that. I'm not speculating, but what I would say, I just don't think that they get on. I just don't think that Ruben Amorim sees him as the future goalkeeper. And if Senny Lammens comes in, Senny Lammens will automatically override both of our goalkeepers because he will be better than both of them, in my opinion. When the media start debunking, it's true. Absolutely. They get defensive, don't they? Absolutely. They get defensive. Sal, our rivals have a strong bench. We are not even making our starting lineup much better. It's concerning. Yes, it is. It gives me Courtois vibes as well, Stephanie. Yeah, absolutely. You tell all those content creators where it was written, where it was said first, guys. That is what I would say. Sending the men's, I mentioned in January. And and the people are saying, "Oh, is that another made-up name?" And blah blah blah. It's mad, isn't it? But I'm not here for congratulations. So if they do not back, they are the ones who have to take the blame. Yes, they do, guys. Absolutely. Good afternoon, Kazi. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're good, man. Hope everything is blessed with you. Good to see you. Definitely, Melissa, we can strengthen central midfield before the window shuts. Hopefully. Let's hope so, guys. I really hope so. They have to. Good afternoon, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again, of course. Good to see everyone in the house, guys. The tier 4 journalists, there's a lot of tier 4 journalists out there. Who are like tier 4 journalists out there that I would mention, there's a few. Padula, things like people like that, really not reliable journalists, not even reliable in Italy, and I know that because I go to Italy a lot. There's a few of them out there. Absolutely. Big up, Stephanie. Thank you so much, you legend. Thank you so much for the support, of course, guys. Big up, Sanjay. Ciao. The deal should have done by open the transfer window. The deal still should have been done by the open of the transfer window, not when we lost to Arsenal. This is reactionary. I won't give credit to Ineos. I'm not giving no one. I don't think anyone's giving credit to Ineos, Chow. I don't think we are. I think we're thinking about Manchester United at the moment. I think what's best for Manchester United is that we can't change the past. What we have to think about is what we're going to do in the future, what we're going to do in this next 8-9 days. That's what we need to concentrate on. What they've done, they've been failed. And I'll say that openly. I've said that, and many people agree with me. But they can fix it a little bit if they bring in these players. Yes, it's late. Yes, we haven't got any players out. But what do? We can't just sit down and cry about it right now. All we can do is just say, come on, guys, let's get this goalkeeper in. Let's get this midfielder in. And let's see what we can do next season. Because ultimately, all I care about is what happens on the pitch. That's all I care about. I want Man United to be successful. That's all I care about. I don't care about stadiums. I don't care about, what's going on, if they're good, if they're bad. I want them to improve the team. That's all I want. That's all I care about. Who's coming in? What's going to improve Man United? What's going to give Ruben Amorim the best chance of success this season? And that's what I care about, at the end of the day. Looking, say, 8'6". Absolutely, Stephanie. He's very tall for his age. Goodness me. He'll dwarf me, that's for sure. Sal, the Samuel Lagos is so negative. Samuel, look, did you see the look on Ruben Amorim's face today when he looked at Samuel Luckhurst, guys? Did you see the look on his face? He was smiling, happy, then he went, and he looked away. Did you see that? Mad, isn't it? Sailor, 6'5". There you go. Very, very tall. For his age. Absolutely. Guys, Sal, I'm concerned about the midfield. The clock is ticking. Natty, big up. I've always been concerned about the midfield, but I think the goalkeeper is extremely important, as proven at the weekend, guys. I don't like saying I told you so. And that got the stream moving. You see, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so at the end of the day. It's at the end of the day, guys. Big up, Danny B. How you doing, you legend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Of course, Martinez and Mazruri are out. Licha and Nusa are out. Yes, they're out of the team. And they're not fit yet, of course. All the media have backtracked now. They are saying Lammens happening. Jesus, oh my God. Let's wait and see what happens, guys. All I would say is that, you know, one thing about football, right? These guys, they do a lot of guesswork. They do a lot of guesswork. Our lives are dedicated to Manchester United and Manchester United only. And we love this football club. So, you know, we look into things a lot more deeper. A lot of things have come true on this channel. A lot of things I've said, as Jamie knows, you know, have come true on this channel. In Mbumo, for example, people thought that was unrealistic. He's going to Tottenham. He's not going to go to Man United. Champions League, Thomas Frank, blah, blah, blah. Everything is against Man United. And what happens? He walks into Old Trafford like a boss, doesn't he? And then we think about the likes of Dorgu, who I mentioned last January. And people are going, no, we're not getting Dorgu. Stop making up names. And then what happens? Dorgu signs for Man United. And this is what I'm saying. And, you know, one thing I would say is that never discount people, because you never know who they know, what they know, exactly like that, you know, especially if they worked in the music industry for 20 years. Jamie. All the media backtrack. Yeah, I read that one. Big up, Jamie. Big up, my friend. Big up. Easton, good morning, good evening, good night. How are you doing? What do you think about the Casemiro outgoing news? I don't want him to gone. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think. I want him gone as well, Easton. I do think he's finished at Man United. I do think he's been he's been one of the generational TDMs of a generation, guys, in the last 10 years. The best, probably. But he's finished. I think he was finished last year. He's slowed down. His legs are not going to keep up with the game. Look, I don't mind keeping him in the squad if we can't sell him, if he could be a substitute, an impact player, someone like that. It does help with experience, of course. But what I would also say is that we can't get rid of him because obviously his wages are astronomical. He's got an astronomical wage. And Man United can't get rid of, obviously, Casemiro with that kind of wage, you know, which is disappointing, of course. Sal, do you think Lammens will take Nana's place? Yeah, I do. Looking at the way Ruben Amorim spoke today, he said, yeah, he's fit just like he was last week. Like, you know, really brushed him off on that. Stephanie, you're not interacting like a proper club again, making press look stupid. Good to see. Alex Ferguson used to do that. I do remember that. Fair play to Ruben Amorim. It is all about Ruben Amorim at the end of the day. He is making press look stupid. I like the way Ruben Amorim is. I like his personality. He does remind me of Alex Ferguson. And I don't like to sing that too much, that praise, because Alex Ferguson is one of a billion. You know, and when I think about Ruben Amorim, the certain characteristics that he's showing, and I've been a Man United fan since the late 80s. And I know about Alex Ferguson, what Alex Ferguson did, the cultural change at the football club that he tried to implement early on. I think this is what Ruben Amorim is trying to do. This is why, if anything, if you don't want to support anyone, just support Ruben Amorim. Support Ruben Amorim this season, and let's see how it goes. Because at the end of the day, he needs our support, and we need him to win games. And I hope it starts on Sunday. Big at EC, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I think with Mainu, he didn't get a chance to develop and was thrown into the deep end on Eric Ten Hag. Ruben demands a lot more than those he is the future of United. Ruben is creating hunger. That's true, but I also think that a lot of the players that come into our midfield struggle because of Bruno Fernandes. I'm sorry, guys, but I think that's it. I think Bruno Fernandes is positionally ill-disciplined. I think tactically he doesn't fit, and I think he's being shoehorned into the position. When Bruno Fernandes goes missing all around the pitch, and his heat map will show you that at the weekend, when he goes all around the pitch, people say, oh, wow, look how hard he's working. But actually, it's the adverse effect, because you look at Bruno Fernandes, he's actually not in his position. And when you're not in your position, you're leaving the player exposed. Like, for example, whether it's Ugarte, whether it's Casemiro, whether it's Mainu, you're leaving the player exposed. Mainu doesn't become a bad player overnight. Mainu was playing for England, a big part of the England team that reached the European final. You know, so what I would say is that the midfield needs sorting out. I believe Ugarte and Mainoo are the best midfield, in my opinion, right now. I think that's the most balanced midfield. Yes, we need other midfielders who are probably better, but we don't have it at the moment. So I would say that Ugarte and Mainoo are the best midfielders. Bruno's number 10. Bruno is a world-class number 10. Let me tell you that right now. Bruno's a great number 10. But what we're talking about is he can't play number 10 if Mbeumo and Cunha and Sesko are playing up front. But we're shoehorning him into the midfield, and obviously that is a problem. And I think Mainoo suffered. Media looks stupid right now. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, my friend. Let's hope so. Wheeler's had a clanger. Wheeler Fortune, big up, my friend. Big up. APN, we need a midfielder, but getting a goalkeeper is a great move because goalkeeper is the reason why we're losing points. Exactly, APN. You say it like a true G, my friend. Absolutely. Goalkeepers cost games. Goalkeepers cost games. Look, guys, let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. When the ball is passed to a midfielder, right? If the midfielder doesn't control the ball goes behind him, right? That's fine because a midfielder, the defense can retrieve that ball, can make up for the mistake. If the ball goes behind the goalkeeper, it's a goal. You have to remember that. Now, when we look at the goal against Arsenal, yes, it was a couple of fouls in there, but there was a couple of errors that highlighted Bayinder's weaknesses. It came across as a, how would I say it, a Sunday league bit of goalkeeping there. When you are a goalkeeper, you're going to get elbows, you're going to get pushed, you're going to get the dark arts of the game, people stepping on your foot and all that. I remember Jens Lehmann used to step on other players' feet in the box. And when you do that, you're going to have to, when the cross comes in, you have to be the boss. You can use your hands, punch that bloody ball. Don't slap it. He should have known that. And that's what made me concerned about it. Even though it was a foul, I know it was a foul. But still, there were parts of the game that will avoid this kind of thing. We would have avoided defeat against Arsenal if he'd done that just small bit of goalkeeping correct. Now, imagine this. At the end of the season, May comes and where we lose the league, we lose Champions League football by 1 point. We're going to be thinking back, that mistake against Bayern that mistake against Bayern. We're going to be thinking like that, isn't it, at the end of the day? And this is what costs teams. We lost the league in 95 by 1 point. We've lost the league with goal difference. You know, this is what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? And, this is the fine margins of football in Premier League football. Fergie 71, Chelsea want Garnacho. We should ask for 25 million plus Andre Santos. Man United have asked for Andre Santos. Chelsea are very reluctant in selling, in doing business with Andre Santos, I should say. Man United were looking to do a kind of swap deal with Andre Santos, but Chelsea are not interested in it. But you know what? One thing I would say to Chelsea, I just want to say one thing to Chelsea. Chelsea, if you don't want to play ball, right? If you don't want to play ball with us, if you just want your everything going your way, guys, can I just give you one message to you? If you just want it your way, there you go, guys. Chelsea, you can't have it all your own way. Absolutely not. No way at all. Absolutely. Come on, guys. Don't forget to get it up to 650 likes, guys. Come on, guys. And I'm on Twitter laughing at these journalists are so bad. Big up, Jamie. I'm glad you're happy, brother. I'm glad that Cornish, the media hate United put out any positive news. Absolutely. As they are, the rest of the Premier League will start to quake when we start getting back. The wounded beast, Cornish. Melissa, my friend. The wounded beast will awaken. Let me tell you that right now. Look, I look like Tony Blair when I'm doing this. The wounded beast will awaken. It will awaken, guys. Absolutely. And guys, look, you know what? The cream always rises to the top. Man United will rise to the top. Fixing that goalkeeper position. Guys, let me tell you about the butterfly effect here, right? Imagine Man United didn't take the risk with Peter Schmeichel way back in, what is it, 1991 or something like that. Hold up, we got some news from Romano. More news on sending the men's, guys. Let me just bring this up for you. More news on sending the men's, guys. I'm just going to read it. More sending the men's news. Talks are well underway with Royal Antwerp on a transfer fee close to 20 million euros. Negotiations are advancing. Lammens said yes to Man United. No talks. Man City as their target is Gianluigi Donnarumma. If Ederson leaves, come on, guys. There you go right there. Talks are underway with Royal Antwerp on the transfer fee, close to 20 million. Negotiations are advancing. Lammens has said yes to Manchester United. Exclusive Stretford Post. Terms agreed. There you go. Lammens agrees to United terms. There you go. It's right there at the top on your thumbnail. Again, moving like a boss, guys. Stretford Post. That is what it's all about, of course. Big up. 50 likes, guys. Big up. Come on, guys. Bare minimum. Absolutely. Bare minimum. Thank you so much, Steph. Absolutely. We would send Amas on loan to Antwerp as part of the deal. That would be nice for St. Amas. For Abbas. I'm a big fan of Abbas, by the way, Danny B. I think he's a very good defender. I do believe he needs a little bit of experience, physicality and stuff like that of the Premier League is a little bit much for him, of course. Big up, Jamie. It's already been clarified, Jamie. We told these man and women, of course, guys. Absolutely. Guys, absolutely. Or Ethan Wheatley. Yeah, I rate Wheatley as well. Laurie Litzwelle, Beisekaifen Meifen. Stephanie. Or Samuel Butthurt, Stephanie. He does, absolutely, he does do that. Guys, one day I will be in those press conferences. Look, I know you don't like Jamie Jackson, right? But Jamie Jackson's been my show twice. 3 times. Jamie Jackson, right? And Jamie Jackson is the one that spoke about buying there to Ruben Amorim just about a week ago in the press conference, didn't he? After the Arsenal game. It was actually Jamie Jackson who asked the question. I got a lot of time for Jamie Jackson. He's my friend. Right. So what I would say is that, yeah, look, he's not a Man United fan. He's a Blackburn fan. So, look, he's not going to be all the way with, Man United positivity. But Laurie Whitwell acts like he's actually a Man United fan. He actually, loves Man United. He doesn't. He hates us. Miles. Hello, Sal. A goalkeeper would give us a great chance this year. I was blessed to find your channel because you are the best. Peace. I'm blessed to have you here, Brian Miles. I'm blessed to have you here. I really appreciate you every single day, my friend. You're an absolute diamond, my friend. Thank you so much every single day. Your beautiful comments fill me with joy and fill me with confidence, of course. I read as well that Anthony and Fenerbahce look legit, and Newcastle are looking at Højlund, how they have asked the details. Look, I think Højlund will go to Napoli. I've got a feeling he's going to go to Napoli. I think that Napoli are well advanced into talking with Man United at the moment in regards to doing a loan deal with an obligation. Rasmus Højlund wants an obligation with a loan deal. Man United are looking to sell him for a fee. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Man United will get a loan deal with an obligation. Napoli's a great club for him. I wouldn't sell him to the Premier League. No, I wouldn't. I would tell Rasmus to go to Napoli. And I think he's interested in Napoli, to be honest. Great city, by the way. Fantastic city. You will love it. You will love it if we beat them. Love it. Stephanie, Miles, well said, buddy. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You've been a legend for me, Stephanie, from the beginning. Okay, so thank you so much. And don't forget that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Glad we're getting Lammens. Absolutely, Kai. Absolutely. Very happy about that, guys. Absolutely. Jamie, have Newcastle asked for details of Højlund? I don't know if I would want to sell him to them, to be honest with you. I would want to make I would want to make their window even more miserable. That's what I want. Danny B, Mercado Sangere, 21, Rapid Vienna, Austria, CDM. He's a beast. Check him out. So, is he the same one, Danny B, who played for PSV? Am I wrong? Is he the same one who played for PSV, Sangere, who played for PSV? I may be wrong, but is he the same one? Big up Danny B, by the way. My source, my confidants, of course, Danny B, which is always coming out with the gospel, with the new players, of course, guys. Big up Danny B. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much, Steph. Big up yourself. The poll is over, Streamlabs, guys. Just ignore that. Okay, cool. That would be an excellent, Jamie. Big up, big up, big up. Danny, we need that central midfielder box. If we get that, if we get the midfielder, we get the goalkeeper, this window is all right. I'm content with that. I'm good. I'm good because we fixed the spine. We fixed the spine. We fit the spine. Lammens, De Ligt, a midfielder, and Mbumo, Cunha, Sesko. That's the spine there. Can't ask for much more. Selling Lammens to come. Absolutely. Absolutely. Plenty of love out there, Stephanie. Just have to listen to the scouts and take the gamble instead of playing silly money. Absolutely, Danny B. Absolutely. Wouldn't rule out Baleba on deadline day. Can you imagine, Step, that happened, mate? Can you imagine that happened? Man United sign Baleba. I will come on this stream, guys. Listen, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm turning into Italian. Guys, I will come on this stream and I'll say, do you know what? Congratulations. Well done. They've done well. I would. I'm honestly saying that right now. Do you know what I mean? Gerfan, understand that West Ham official bid for AS Monaco. Magasa, yes, is worth 70 million plus. Good signing for West Ham, by the way. Good player for Monaco. Big up, my friend. Wouldn't surprise me either. Let's wait and see. I'm not gonna. He's already hurt me once. I don't want to be hurt again. He's hurt me once. I don't want to be hurt again. He didn't come to Man United. He hurt me, and I don't want to be hurt again. You know what I mean? Just don't want to be hurt again. Absolutely. I think that all depends on who we sell. If we get rid of the likes of Rasmus Højlund, I don't like to say get rid of, because I've liked Rasmus Højlund. I think Rasmus Højlund has been a model professional all the way through this. If we part ways with Rasmus Højlund, you know what, and we get rid of Garnacho and Sancho, I would think that would be good. I think because then we'll be able to move for more. It'll give us more room to maneuver in the transfer market, of course, guys. Absolutely. So that a clarification from Fabrizio Romano, just updated, guys. A clarification from Fabrizio Romano. He has clarified what he said earlier on about sending Lammens coming to Manchester United, of course. Apparently, Sally Lammens has agreed to come to Manchester United. More on the Sally Lammens deal. Talks are well underway with Royal Antwerp on a transfer fee close to 20 million euros. Negotiations are advanced. Lammens has said yes to Manchester United. No talks with Man City as their target is Gianluigi Donnarumma if Ederson leaves. They've got a lot of work to do at the moment, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely, guys. Guys, let me just write this tweet. Big news, guys. Big news. Temsu, are we getting a midfielder before the deadline date? I would hope so, Temsu, but it does depend on the outgoings. Of course, Man United have spent 200 odd million this summer. I don't think Cunha counts as this window, actually. So we probably spent about 150 odd million this summer. So I do believe that Man United have room to maneuver. Our FFP and PSR threshold is 250 million. So if we get Seny Lammens, we've probably got about 50 million to spend. We could possibly get a midfielder for that. Who can we get? Luciano Gume, Kamara, Lamine Kamara. We can do a whole lot of deals, guys. Absolutely, if we do that. It's good to see Ruben Amorim how he's handled the press. I agree with that. Melissa is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and likable as well. Hopefully, I'll be in the press conferences one day, guys. Hopefully, I'll be in a press conference. Jamie Jackson's promised me I'll be in a press conference one day. So I'm going to be in a press conference one day, and I'm going to be asking your questions. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get every single person involved, guys, and I'm going to ask your questions. Absolutely. Big up Sal in the Chatterboxer. Big up Melissa. Big up my friend. I hope you're doing well. Preston, thank you so much for your support, my friend. Really appreciate the community, the family, as I said, as usual. What's the expression? A busy fools Bruno ain't a central midfielder, no discipline. Bruno is one of the best number 10s in the world, right? I would not argue with that. But let me give you an example, guys. Like it's when you think about a midfielder, when you think about, for example, a world-class player like Roy Keane, right? Roy Keane was a world-class number 6, number 8, whatever you want to call him. He was all-rounder. But when you move Roy Keane into defense, Roy Keane is not a world-class defender. All of a sudden, it becomes a very average defender, doesn't it? This is the thing. The position that you play, is very important. Bruno moving from the number 10 to the number 8 takes a lot away from his game. It does stifle him a little bit. And I would say that he isn't a number 8. He doesn't have the intelligence for the number 8 position. That's not a criticism, but I think about number 8s. I think about central midfielders. I think about Scholes. I think about Iniesta, Xavi, and these type of players that have blinkers around them. Paul Scholes famously had 3 or 4 passes ahead than everyone else because he was so intelligent. And this is what you need as a central midfielder. I don't think Bruno has that. I think Bruno's only instinct is passing, shooting. That's it. Good afternoon, Jeff. How you doing, my friend? I'll be doing well. United fans, we have absolutely can't let there big trouble in that midfield and goalkeeper. We were good last week, but something is just missing. Would have loved to see Lammens coming into this mix. I would love to as well, Jeff. We wouldn't have lost that game if Lammens was playing at the weekend, my friend. Let me tell you that right now. Sal, this Bruno obsession will kill Amorim. He has you live by the sword, you die by the swords. Ultimately, managers live by the decisions. And I hope it doesn't. I hope Ruben Amorim succeeds. I hope Bruno succeeds. I like Bruno. I know his brother. I've worked with his brother for 2 years at East Surrey Hospital. I know him and I want him to succeed, right? And that's what I would say about it. What I would say is that Ruben Amorim has to make decisions based on the football team. If a player does not fit the system, then you know what? He has to make the tough decisions. Even if that decision is unpopular. Alex Ferguson famously dropped David Beckham, got rid of Steve Bruce, players like that, Andre Kanchelskis, Paul Ince, Mark Hughes, very good players. You have to make tough decisions, and sometimes the decisions are unpopular, but you have to do what you have to do, of course. 13 away from 50 likes, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get to 50 likes at least, guys. That is the minimum for me today, of course, on Chatterbox. Chatterbox is very unpredictable. I had one of my most successful shows on Chatterbox, but so Chatterbox can go in there, it can be there and all that. But, guys, don't forget to smash a like. Thank you so much, guys. Absolutely. Hasn't the ref apologized United for the missed penalty on Saturday? I don't know about that, Cornish. I haven't seen that, to be fair. I haven't seen them. I mean, I would like to see the referee apologize. I would like that on recording because I'll put it on the show. I mean, it doesn't help us, of course. It doesn't really help us. What I would like, though, from the referee, as soon as we get an inkling of a penalty against Fulham, yeah, repay the favor. Absolutely. Guys, Martinez can play CDM for Man United, but goalkeeper is more needed. I agree with that, my friend. I agree with that. I agree, absolutely. Kenshi, good to see you. But, bro, how can Bruno be a world-class number 10? And both Cunha and Buma are way better than him. 10, please. We should have sold Bruno just like... I agree with that, Kenshi. I'm not disagreeing with you, mate. But over the years, statistically, Bruno has been a very good number 10. But I would say that now he's coming to the end of his career at Man United. He should have been sold. I agree with that. The 100 million would have done wonders for Man United. We didn't sell him, and we move on from it. We can't do nothing about it. There's no point crying over spilt milk. He will play for Man United this season, and we have to move on. He might leave next season. What I hope, the most important thing, I know Mbeumo and Cunha are the future. Mbeumo and Cunha are the future of Manchester United, and those two number 10s should be playing there every single game with Sesko, right? But I understand what you mean. I feel you, Bern. I feel you. I know. But what can we do? You know, at the end of the day, he plays for Man United and we support him. And let's support the players and let's support the team on Sunday. The only thing I would say on Sunday, I want to see Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha in that free triangle. That's what I want to see. Stephanie, Sal, goalkeepers getting less protection nowadays. It's true. It's true. It's true. Look, guys, look. In any other country, that's a foul on buying them, by the way. Any other country. Bruno is positionally undisciplined, but without him, we often look toothless. We've relied on him for too much, I agree. Hopefully, moving forward, we can depend on the system instead of individual brilliance. Very good comment, Ronan. That is absolutely spot on and a very smart comment because, look, it's not about hating Bruno. Bruno has done a lot for us, right? He has, right? In a difficult time at Man United, right? I don't believe in absolutes, though. I don't believe in, everything, if Bruno weren't playing, we get relegated. I don't believe that. I think that's absolutely sensationalist media, poor media, in my opinion, because games change based on, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Man United could play Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham in the same team. We look very dangerous, probably score more goals, but we lose more. Why would we lose more? Because the team is not in good shape. It's not in a good shape. And when you affect the shape of the football team, you're better off not playing somebody and having a balanced midfield, in my opinion. Get in, bruv. Big up, Kazi. Big up, my friend. Big up, big up. Absolutely. Here we go. It's coming soon. Absolutely. What did we say on this channel a few minutes ago? Jamie, what does it say in my thumbnail? Lammens agrees United terms. Do people think I'm mad? Do they think I'm bonkers? They must think I'm bonkers. But I just think I'm free. There's no one changing me. Absolutely not. You must think I'm bonkers. Absolutely right in the thumbnail like that. Come on, guys. I'm not bonkers. I may look bonkers, but definitely not bonkers, guys. But you know what I would say? Big up, Dizzy. What I would say, guys, is I don't waste my thumb energy on lies because I don't need to. Let me tell you that right now. I will write what I write because I believe there's an element of truth. Absolutely. Here we go. It's coming soon. Big up, Earthfan. Big up. The media are rubbish. Told you, Laurie Whitwell. Whitwell not too well at the moment. Anthony knows. Anthony, look, Anthony, in regards, I spoke about Anthony earlier on today, guys. Anthony is waiting out for Batiste. Batiste are weighing up another move for Anthony. They're waiting to see what's going to happen. They are working on a deal. In regards to Anthony, what Batiste are working on, Real Batiste are working on a loan deal with an obligation. Also, what Batiste are working on at the moment is a shared ownership of the player. A shared ownership of the player. So that means that they own part of the player. They're going to have to pay some money for that, but that they would like that. They would like a shared ownership of the player. And that is what I'm hearing at the moment in regards to Anthony. Now, Anthony, I doubt he's going to stay at Man United. After everything that's been said, I don't think he's going to be staying at Man United. Obrigado is a thank you, obviously, of course. Absolutely. I've been to Algarve once, very beautiful part of the world in Portugal. Been to Sporting, obviously, seen them play Man United. We won 1-0, Cristiano Ronaldo. Wallop header. Thank God I can finally sleep and not worry about leaving a Nana in goal. Guys, look, don't hold your horses, guys. Hold your horses, because there was rumours that we're going to send him out on loan. Oh, God. They just want us to have pain. They want us to feel pain. That's what they want. They want us to feel the pain. We've had enough pain over these last few years, guys. We had enough, ain't we? I think it's over. 40 likes, guys. 10 more to... Guys, 86 in the house. Why have I not got 86 likes? Why have I got not 86 likes? Why? You hater. You hate her. You are a hater. You a hater. Come on, smash the like, guys. Absolutely. Newcastle top spur. Absolutely. Newcastle's top spur. They can get out of here, guys.
Closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
It's dedicated Totspur, because Totspur, my old friend.
Do you know Tottenham? What? Tottenham Hotspur? Topspur? No. What's that? you never heard of them? No.
That never gets old, guys. I'm sorry, guys, but that never gets old. I'm sorry, it never gets old for me. I love it. I love it. Topspur, what's that? My brother hates it. My brother's a Tottenham fan, by the way. My older brother's a Tottenham fan, so you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Newcastle on Totspurs. Big up, Steph. Big up. Tommy Ghost. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Greece is any news on the transfer market? Sending the men. Rasmus Island. And Napoli is another one. Guys, sending the men's is close. We're waiting for the Here We Go. I've got my notifications on, guys. Don't forget to join me. As soon as the Here We Go, guys, I'm going to be live with you, whether it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever, guys. Absolutely. Cornish, if we got a great midfielder, I'd give a window 9 out of 10. If we got a belabour or great midfielder, Cornish, I wouldn't be far off that, because when I think about right now, I'm looking at half done. If you manage to get a midfielder and a goalkeeper in before the close of this window, I think that's great, because look, I'm not the epitome of doom and gloom. I give people a chance, right? I give people a chance. I know it's not easy at Man United. I know that. I know it's not. I know Man United over the years have had, been dragged through the mud, have had bad ownership, bad decisions have happened, and I know. But we only want what's successful for this football club. Sign a great midfielder, i.e. Lucien Agume or Lamine Kamara or look, guys, not pinning people. Guys, who am I thinking of? Who's the Aston Villa midfielder that is very good as well? I'm thinking of him. And Belabor, because we were a Belabor. We were believers. We're not believers. We're not Justin Believer. We're not Justin Believer. No, we're not Justin Biebers. Justin Biebers, guys. Justin Believer. It's a cross between Justin Timberlake and I've forgotten his name now. Because me, my memory's gone. I don't listen to his music, obviously. Justin Bieber. That's it. I mean, we are, at the end of the day, we're not a Justin Belieber. We are a believer of the Brighton one. Magassa, great player, absolutely. Wheeler, you spoke too soon, absolutely. How much is Lammens? 20 million, my guy. 20 million, worth 8 million, but we're going to pay a little bit more for him. It's okay. Please, a goalkeeper. Come on, Yorkshire Cowboy. Big up, Yorkshire Cowboy. Hope you're doing well. I feel if Lammens comes and performs, he will be a Real Madrid player, just like Courtois when he left Chelsea. As long as he can give us 5 years, I'll be happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Set us in a good stead. Do you know what I mean? We never know what's going to happen. Though. He might love Man United. He might stay for the rest of his career. Going shed shopping. Big up, Sal. One love, Yorkshire Cowboy. Good to see you on the stream, my friend. Good to see you, of course. Yes, Kazi, 17 million. Yes, my friend, 17 million pounds, or English, British pound, 20 million euros, around that. Cornish Melissa, I've just heard that Brighton want Anthony. Please. He's not going to go to Brighton. He set his heart, Cornish. He set his heart on Real Betis. That's what he's done. He's only going to set his heart on Real Betis. That's all he's done. It's mad, isn't it, guys? Absolutely. Woot, Lammens. Big up, Jamie. There you go. News thick and fast, guys. More on Sentiments and Man United Nights with him today. Talk to Reddit fan. Well ahead of the game, my guy. Absolutely. Hello, 5 away for 50 likes, guys. The 50 likes should be really 80. I'm very disappointed because I want to know who's watching in the shadows. You know what I mean? In the shadows, in a dark room somewhere on the 16th floor of a council estate flat in Plaistow. Goodness me. If you knew where it was, guys, you know what? Someone be watching there going, I'm going to get that Sal. Wait till he gets back to England. I'm going to get him. Absolutely. Lemmy in goal. Absolutely. Lemmy in goal. Lemmy. No, it's not Lemming. For me, the Bruno is the past. He can have to Saudi for 100 million and Cunha, Carlos Baleba coming for 100 million. There we go. If Carlsberg made football transfers, Earthfan knows about that. Big up. Our next game should be more exciting. I hope so. Not more positivity going around, of course, which I love. Skulls at 360 degrees radar. Absolutely, Stephanie. Different level completely. Best player in the world. 1 point. Mike, good morning. He should be number 1, not a number 2 behind the clown like Henderson was. Mike, I think he will be number 1, mate. I think he will, because when I'm listening to that press conference today, Ruben Amorim gave out a lot of clues in regards to Onana. You know, it wasn't really like there wasn't a lot of love there. Like when you read in between the lines, there wasn't much love there in regards to Onana and Ruben Amorim today. You know. No, they haven't. Dermot Gallagher said it wasn't a pen, and it said he wouldn't give it if he was refereeing as well. That's Sky Sports though, Jamie, isn't it? Pratt. Everyone around the world has said it's a penalty. There has been slow motion replays of it, that he didn't get the ball and he tripped at Cunha. You know, the penalty on Bayinde was a penalty. The penalty on Cunha was a penalty. If it was the other way around, trust me, they would have went to VAR. If that was at the Emirates, it would have went to VAR. Absolutely. Stephanie, a mistake to remove Sir Alex Ferguson, admitted that one. Stan was a mistake to move. Yeah, it was. And so was Beckham, to be fair. But one thing I'll do, Stephanie, I will never dwell on what happened when we removed these players, because I remember what happened in the class of 92, 95, 96. Of course, and I was very confident. And the reason I was confident in regards to the class of 92 is obviously I went to the Galatasaray game a year before. We won 4-0. Beckham scoring a goal. Simon Davies scored a goal. And I was very excited about what was coming through and everything like that. So if we did keep Beckham, if we did keep Yapstam, you never know what will happen, do you? Butterfly effect. Man United were very successful. I mean, I don't think we were as successful as we could have been, especially after Stam left. We won the league 3 times in a row, 98, 99, 99, 2000, 2000, 2001. We won the league 3 times. Stam left the football club. And yeah, it was a bad decision. And Beckham was as well. But Alex Ferguson is Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson made ruthless decisions. And sometimes you have to make the decisions if you feel it's going to benefit you. I do believe that we might not sign Cristiano Ronaldo if the likes of Beckham was still at the football club. And you never know. It is the butterfly effect, isn't it? Hindsight's a different thing, isn't it, at the end of the day, you know? But what I would say is that would it have affected the way things would have went? You know, that's a good question. If we didn't get rid of Beckham, if we didn't get rid of Yapstam, would we have signed Cristiano Ronaldo? You know? Who knows? Who knows? You know, what would have happened? I think we would have won anyway. I think we still would have won trophies. Alex Ferguson's a genius. I think that would have been a guarantee. Stam was a world-class player, though. I still put Stam up there as the top 5 Premier League defenders of all time. When people don't put Jaap Stam in their starting lineup, I go mad. I go ballistic because people don't know how good Jaap Stam was. They don't know how good that was. I was so excited by Jaap Stam signing. I remember when we signed Jesper Blomqvist, and it was about 1998, not before the 98-99 season. And I've never been more excited in a transfer window than then. I actually went to a youth game at Old Trafford. It was at Old Trafford, and Jesper Blomqvist made his debut as in the youth team, right? And Man United were playing Aston Villa. Oakes was in goal for Aston Villa. Jesper Blomqvist played in that. And it was, yeah. And I remember that moment because I remember that was the most excited I've been when we signed Jaap Stam, Jesper Blomqvist, Dwight York. I think that's the most excited I've been in the transfer window. And I would say that right now, you know, definitely. The feeling was great, guys. It was amazing. And when I think about these times, I don't know anyone who went to that game. Guys, I've never met anyone who went to that game. It was before the season started. Well, I think the season had just started, but it was Man United against Aston Villa in a youth game, Jesper Blomqvist's debut. Going off on one there, but there you go, guys. Always nostalgic, of course, guys. Absolutely. Couldn't believe my ears hearing that on my ref watch. Mate, when has Dermot Gallagher ever said anything in favour of Man United, Jamie? I would. That is an easier question. You know what I mean? Because there's probably 0 times. Yeah, Cornish, you said it there. Very uncomfortable. Fidgeting all over the place. Itching, fidgeting. He's a bit like Pep Guardiola with his hair. He could have done and got loads of scratches on his head, like Pep. Sell Dalot in January, I wish. He loves him, though. Ruben Amorim loves Dalot. Ruben Amorim does Dalot, and Dalot loves Amorim. Paul Scholes, so underrated he was. He was the best midfielder of a generation. Let me tell you something that would have won England some trophies, right? Because us Man United fans, I would like to think Man United fans are the most knowledgeable fans in the world. And because we've seen football, we bloody invented the game, guys. The way we play, we invent. Guys, I don't care what anyone says, right? Click that. You know, we invented the game. We invented good football. We come from the Busby Babes, guys, right? First English team to believe in European football. If England were intelligent enough, they would have played Michael Carrick as that player in the middle, alongside Paul Scholes, right? And then they would have played either Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard in the number 10 position. But no, they wanted to put Paul Scholes as a left winger and play Gerrard and Lampard in the middle. It's only about fine margins, guys. It's all about fine margins, guys. That's all it's about. You know, terms agreed. Lammens, sending Lammens, guys. Terms agreed. Big up, my friend. By the way, I see no one is talking about the back pass of Bruno to Euro. Yeah, when Euro was surrounded by 2-3 players. I spoke about it intensively after the game, my friend. I compared it to the Europa League final because it was very similar because it was a pass back from Bruno and there was a mistake from the goalkeeper. Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace to you, RJ. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Sal Cunha has the ability to be captain. Love the guy's attitude. Really do. Can't wait to see him on Sunday. And that's what I would say. Absolutely. And can't wait to have you guys here for the watch-alongs. Guys, I'm here for the watch-along for Tottenham against Newcastle tomorrow. Make sure you join me for that. Should be a good laugh. It's going to be more relaxed, of course, because it's Tottenham and Tottenham and Man City. Sorry, Tottenham and Man City. Daryl, Sesko has to start, but need to service him. Hope they see that in the game. Has tall and powerful, and hopefully get his Lammens. Absolutely, brother. I agree with that, Daryl. Hopefully we get here. We go very soon. Lammens. Come on, guys. Come on. Just reading David Ornstein tweet. Well, respect to you, Sal. Big up respect to you, Jamie. Good to see you, mate. As usual, my guy. Mike, you could do a good Jack Nicholson. Can I? I don't know Jack Nicholson. He is Johnny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know any Jack Nicholson. My favorite Jack Nicholson film is a weird one, by the way. Anger Management. I love that. I love Anger Management. I think that's a brilliant performance by Jack Nicholson. You know what I mean? I love Jack Nicholson, by the way. He doesn't age, does he? One of the best. Don't make him like that anymore. Lammens is for Burnley game home potentially. Potentially, RJ, I would hope so. Maybe Grimsby. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Maybe Grimsby in the midweek, but you never know. Jeff, so I have to say that Mbuma and Cunha are going to be a thrown to the into flesh for men, a thorn in the flesh, a thorn in the side. Teams. Dorgu is just outstanding. Would love Man United to play more attacking. Sesko should start. Absolutely agree, Jeff. Great comment. Great comments when you're on fire today, Jeff. Big up, Jeff. Thank you so much. I agree, mate. Big fan of Dorgu. Think he's going to be an absolute world beater. Left wing back. Think he's going to be a world beater. Love you, man. Same to you, brother. Thank God for you fans like you. Thank God for you, Jamie. Big up, everyone. We add a little bit of sanity, guys. We're excited. Sending Lammens. We're gonna have a bloody goalkeeper, a proper one. It's good, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm really happy with it. Natty. Sal, the one who told us about Lammens, you deserve 100,000 subscribers and bless you and your family. Natty, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't fish for acceptance, but you know what I would say? Spread the word. Just spread the word. You know, all those people claiming exclusives, you know, they're in the bin, mate. Because at the end of the day, I know what I know. And you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, no, I don't have 100,000 subscribers, but I was in the music industry 20 years, and the music industry and sport industry is very intertwined. And I did get to meet a lot of people, and yeah, more people than some of those exclusive guys know. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but it is what it is. Don't worry, I'll be getting Fabrizio on the channel soon. So yeah, we're in contact, by the way. That's why I always back him up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Stephanie, Bruno's stats are decent because everything goes through him. To the detriment of the team. Absolutely good point. It's not healthy relying on one player. Last year proved it. I agree with that, Stephanie. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely. 50 likes. Thank you so much, guys. You absolute legends. Am I spoiled to ask for 60? Maybe. I'm excited for the Fulham game now. Also nervous. Big up. Come on, RJ. Come and join us for the watch along. It's going to be Pete, guys. It's going to be Pete. It's going to be good. They will play Onana just like maybe Bitebee's last game. Big up, Grayo, the legend. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. After this, I hope you're doing well, brother. Very well, brother. Good to see you. I said last week I will be happy with Lammens. Really hope the deal goes through. Please, everyone, can you smash the like to subscribe buttons? Thank you so much, Grayo. Big up yourself. Big up Kazi, of course, my friend as well. Of course, big up Tommy Ghost. Big up everyone, of course. Guys, and big up RJ. Lammens in the Fulham game would be crazy. Nah, he won't be in the Fulham game, my friend. As much as we would love it, maybe the Grimsby game. Even that's a little bit soon, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. Absolutely. Too soon for him, absolutely. He's going to have to get into training and everything like that. Guys, I want to thank everyone. Thank everyone for all the lovely messages and all the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to smash a like on the videos. Guys, let's get to 13,000 subscribers. I want to get to 20,000 by Christmas. So let's spread the word, guys. Let's get people subscribing. And guys, put your notifications on because I will go live if anything breaks. And as we know, it's very close, guys. Selling Lammens is close to being a Man United player. God, please. Hopefully it's not a Baleba situation. Have a great... Baleba isn't over, RJ. Let's hope that as well. Imagine we get him through the door as well. Guys, glory, Man United. I'm Sal Warner, and this is Chatterbox. And I'll see you later on. If nothing else breaks, guys, take it easy, guys. Peace.